Where in Pullman are you going to be able to get your COVID-19 vaccine?
And what is Cougar Health Services changing about their COVID-19 testing for students? Here on Murrow News 8.
Northwest Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University. This is Murrow News 8.
Good evening, I'm Mackenzie Dayton.
And I'm Asia Farrington. Welcome to Murrow News 8.
Vaccine clinics are coming to Whitman County. Our reporter Natalie Newcomb is in the field.
Yes, you can get your vaccines here at the vaccine clinics. There's going to be a total of 2 of them, and if you live or work in Whitman County, you can get them. If you're 18 and older, you can come to the first one. That first one's going to be tomorrow from 12 to 4, and it's going to be run in collaboration with the National Guard. And if you are 16 and older, you can come to the second one. The second one is going to be on Saturday from 9 to 2:30. And both of those clinics, you do need to make an appointment, and you can make that appointment at selince.com/vaccine. Again, that's selince.com/vaccine. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Natalie. The White House is trying to overcome the decreasing COVID-19 shot demand by offering a tax incentive to businesses who give their employees paid leave when receiving the vaccine. The overall goal of the Biden administration is 200 million coronavirus doses in its first 100 days in office. Currently, 50% of all U.S. adults are partially vaccinated, with 28 million doses being delivered each week.
I'm calling on every employer, large and small, in every state to give employees the time off they need with pay to get vaccinated, and any time they need with pay to recover if they're feeling under the weather after the shot.
WSU will continue to offer COVID-19 diagnostic testing through the upcoming summer season. Testing will be available through Cougar Health Services for Pullman students. Screening and arrival testing will not be available this summer, but students are still required to follow health guidelines like social distancing and wearing masks. The last day of COVID-19 screening testing for the spring semester will be April 27th.
Emerging songwriters within the School of Music will present their original work tonight during a virtual showcase. The performances serve as a capstone project in the Songwriting 2 course. Students are told to have written songs focused mostly on protest and social commentary. 11 different performances will stream live on the School of Music's YouTube channel tonight at 7:30 p.m.
Pullman Regional Hospital will be getting a renovation this fall. The M.G. Murdoch Charitable Trust has donated $450,000 to renovate 5,000 spare feet of space. The new space will include 14 exam rooms as well as a study area, library, and offices. Renovations begin this fall with the first group of physician residents arriving in June 2022.
Idaho advances fetal heartbeat abortion ban measure. On Tuesday, a Senate panel advanced a measure that would outlaw nearly all abortions in conservative Idaho by banning them once a fetal heartbeat can be detected. Legislation makes providing an abortion punishable by up to 5 years in prison, and it would allow the woman who receives the abortion to sue the provider. After passing the Republican-led Senate State Affairs Committee, the measure now goes to the full Senate and has already cleared the House.
Drivers in the Seattle area can expect a toll increase for the State Route 520 bridge this summer. The Washington State Transportation Commission began discussing new toll rates which can include a 120-day emergency rate, followed by the permanent rate. Toll rate includes the expected to be between 20 and 30%. After the break, find out how Spokane leaders reacted to the Chauvin sentence.
And find out what Minneapolis police are doing to ensure another case like George Floyd's never happens again when we come back.
Pressure.
Expectations.
Overwhelmed.
Mental health issues are real.
Suicide is the second leading cause of death among people aged 15 through 24.
But it doesn't have to stay that way.
If you're going through a difficult time,
hope and help is only a phone call away.
On the playing field, it is important to lean on your teammates for help.
It is important to lean on each other off the field too.
Life isn't always easy and can sometimes feel overwhelming.
You don't have to face it alone.
We are all on the same team when it comes to looking out for each other.
There is hope.
You matter.
We care.
Help is just a phone call away.
Leaders of racial equality organizations in Spokane are speaking out about Derek Chauvin being found guilty of the murder of George Floyd. Spokane Human Rights Commission member Anwar P. says he has been emotional throughout the trial.
Cars honking their horns, people that, I never thought would be watching this or want this type of justice. And to me, it just shows just how this isn't just a race thing.
Police in Ohio are facing scrutiny following another deadly police-involved shooting. This time a 16-year-old girl who was killed by an officer in Columbus, Ohio, Tuesday night. Body camera footage shows the officer approach a fight between Micaiah Bryant and two other girls. The officer fires what sounds like 4 different shots at Bryant, who appeared to be holding a knife when she lunged at another girl. Bryant died in the hospital. Franklin County Children's Services says Bryant was a foster child under their care.
According to KLEW, the Justice Department in Minneapolis is opening a sweeping investigation into policing practices after the George Floyd case comes to a close. The new investigation will examine the use of force by police officers, including force used during protest. The probe will also look into how the department handling of misconduct allegations and its treatment of people with behavioral health issues.
CDC vaccine advisors will meet this Friday to discuss the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. The CDC and U.S. Food and Drug Administration recommended a pause on use of the J&J coronavirus vaccine last week following 6 reported U.S. cases of a rare and severe type of blood clot. They are investigating whether there are more cases and whether other types of blood clots might be associated with the vaccine. The pause was also intended to give experts time to inform doctors about how to look for and treat these clots.
We go to our weatherman, Sigmund Soroka, to give us an update on the weather for the rest of the week. Sigmund?
Thank you, Mackenzie, and good evening, everybody. We'll get you into today's highs with a high of 66 degrees and a low of 39. You have more than 12 hours of sunlight now, as the days are just going to keep getting longer as we start getting into summer. You have a gentle breeze coming out of probably the west. Forgot about that one, but it's 7 miles an hour, so it's not too strong. But I don't want to just tell you about what today looks like. I want to show you. As I step off the screen here, I want to show you some shots that we had around campus of the sunlight. So if you're planning on getting grad pics done, you've got almost any hour of sunlight to use. It's beautiful, not a single cloud out there. You can even go for a stroll through campus. There's not too many people you got to walk through like in the olden days, if you can remember that. Looking at the rest of the state, it is gorgeous and sunny in the beautiful state of Washington. You've got low 70s and high 60s. Yakima pulling in the highest temperature is 76 degrees today. You got Spokane and Pullman, always a little bit colder, but I blame Canada and Idaho for that. I don't think that's our fault. Looking at our 5-cast now, you can expect similar weather for the next couple of days going into the weekend, though it's going to be a little bit rainy. So like I said, if you're planning grad pics, try to do it kind of during the week or maybe the beginning of next week. I know the deadline's coming up, but start thinking ahead. Mother Nature's coming in with the rain, and like they always say, April showers bring May flowers. So if Mother Nature can think ahead for Mother's Day, you can too. You got 3 weeks, call your mom. Back to you girls at the desk.
Thank you, Sigmund. After this, find out what WC plans on doing for their in-person games this spring season.
And what basketball star's Nike contract has expired when we return.
Welcome back. I'm Alan with your Sports Block. Spokane Shock is planning to host fans at the majority of its home games during the 2021 season. The team's upcoming 14-game regular season kicks off May 15th at the Spokane Arena. This will be the first game that the Shock will play since announcing their return in October 2019. In June, the Shock is looking to have 25% seating capacity, followed by 50% capacity in July if possible. The team has not played since 2015 when they were part of the Arena Football League. Washington State University's spring game is just a few days away on April 24th, and fans have anxiously been awaiting the ability to watch their team in person. However, the university announced that they will not have fans at the spring football game, and that only limited coaches and player guests will be allowed to attend. Although fans won't be allowed in attendance, you can catch the game on the Pac-12 network at 2 p.m. on Saturday. Looking to build off their series-starting win against the LA Dodgers, the Seattle Mariners were instead dealt a 1-0 loss Tuesday night. The matchup between early season division leaders was an entertaining pitcher's duel, with Dodgers pitcher Julio Urias getting the better of Seattle starter Marco Gonzalez. Urias threw for 7 dominant innings, striking out a career-high 11 batters, while only allowing 1 hit. Seattle's lone hit was Mitch Haniger's slow infield single with 2 outs in the 3rd inning. The Mariners will look to rebound tomorrow afternoon when they play the Boston Red Sox at Fenway Park. In a stunning move, Nike's line of Kobe Bryant's signature sneakers will be coming to an end as the world-renowned brand confirmed that its contract with the estate of Bryant, who died in a helicopter crash last year, expired. The uncertainty over Bryant's continued endorsement deal for basketball shoes and apparel, a number of issues collide, such as what professional basketball players wear on the court, the demand from consumers for Bryant merchandise, and how a person's name and image are used even after their death. After the break, find out what life-saving surgery was performed at WSU.
We'll be right back.
Washington State University, an institute of...
Wait, let me show you WSU. We're about being hands-on and getting our hands dirty. We bring art to science and science to wine. We build Mars rovers and launch new medical schools, with the occasional pizza break. Now back to work, because we're always moving forward and leaving our mark on the world. Now that's my WSU.
Life-saving care from the WSU Vet Med College is giving one good boy another shot. At just over a year old, Dodger, this mixed street dog rescued from Puerto Rico, was experiencing a rare condition that would likely kill him. Dodger had portosomatic shunt, a condition where toxins in the blood are not properly filtered by the liver. Now, after the second operation here at WSU, Dodger has had blood vessels rerouted with stents to properly send blood into the liver. Dodger's family says he is making a solid recovery and thanks WSU for performing the rare operation.
Oh, I'm so glad he's getting the help he needs.
Me too.
I love dogs so much.
Thanks for watching. If you missed anything in this or any of our previous newscasts, you can always watch us on our YouTube channel.
More news can be found at nwpb.org/emanate. You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Have a good night.